championship games here, the World Esports Championship games, we get the full title. This awesome tournament that we're casting. We're in the Korea Nationals here, and we're going into a team kill.
We definitely are. herO here, the first member of the team kill. The way he got here was by defeating Sulky and then TY. TY, the other member to get out of that group. Sulky, unfortunately, for Sulky fans, former SK2 fans, as well as Zerg fans in general, was not able to make it out of the group. So we got herO here, made it out in first place. He's going to be going up against his Terran brother in bbyong.
Yep, here's bbyong. He's got a big smile on his face, got a nice haircut, and he's looking ready here. Took a tough loss against Dark, but there's no shame in that. Dark's got some of the best ZVT in the world. I really love his style. I love that he's trying to mix corruptors in. We had a great series yesterday between him and TY. Definitely go back and watch it if you missed it. Definitely the #1 VOD of the week, I'd say, for StarCraft. Unless, of course, you missed the WCS America Finals. Go back and watch that, too, if you missed it. Here's, of course, our picks and bans. No ban on Catalina, but it ends up being the last map pick, so neither of these players really feeling like they want to play on it too much.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were talking about a little bit about the stats between these on that map, actually, Catalina, and how Terran was pretty massively favored in terms of stats.
Yeah.
In terms of stats only, I think it was about 30% win ratio there for Protoss. But besides that, it looks like, I don't know, bbyong just liking Deadwing in general, and he also likes merry-go-round.
Well, Nimbus pick is a no-brainer. I'm so shocked that we see the Overgrowth ban, though, because that seems like, if I think about all the maps in the pool, if someone asked me which map is bbyong's map, which one would you want to play if you were bbyong, if you could like be him and be in his style and his strengths and his weaknesses, I would say I want to play Overgrowth for sure.
Maybe he just knows a little bit something special about herO, like exactly which map he's really good on or something. You know, just something from the house, you know, practicing with him a lot. Maybe he just loses a lot of games to herO on that map, so he's just like, no, I'm not letting you have that map, not in this series.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, actually. We have to go into this series reminding you guys that this is, of course, a team kill, as will our next 2 matches will be in the round of 4. So, all right, guys, herO versus bbyong going into the King Sejong for our first map here. Let's jump into it right away.
Up here in the top left in the red, the Protoss player for this match, it's herO.
And down near the bottom right in blue, it's bbyong for CJ as well. And this is going to be a fun one. I think I'll give the edge to herO quite significantly.
Yeah. I feel like bbyong, though, like we will mention time and time again in this series, this is a team kill, so he probably has a lot of information on herO, just like herO has on bbyong. And maybe just bbyong has some slight, you know, secret, knows something about herO's strategy, knows some weird weakness or something. Maybe he's able to take a game or 2. Or 3, you know. Won't count him out entirely here.
Who knows? If you're studying against bbyong, you probably want to know that his SV pulls and his mid-game timings, the 3 Ghost Lazy Boy push, is quite strong. He's really good at that. He and Innovation, some of the best in the world at this. You're studying herO, all you know is, okay, he's going to do late game, that's what he wants, and it's really scary, and I probably want to try to do something against him before that. So you would think, for bbyong, he's like, okay, I'm really good at this SCV pull, I'm probably going to do something like this. But he bans Overgrowth, which is arguably one of the best maps for this strategy in the pool. It's good for drops as well. Obviously, Nimbus got banned. He would love to play on that map, too, with his drop play. bbyong is really good at sniping third bases with his attacks, his mid-game aggression. I think here's probably going to want to take a slower, more safe, you know, get these Colossi out first, third base.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're probably going to see from him.
Nimbus ban makes sense. You know, maybe Catalina, not the most liked map here by herO as well. But it gets picked last, or rather it's left for last by bbyong even. I'm kind of surprised that he didn't, you know, either switch out Deadwing or merry-go-round there for the Catalina.
Catalina's a bit of a bigger map, but I don't know. I can't even really say much to that effect because, I mean, if you think about it, so if that's the idea as to why you would, you know, not, you know, pick it earlier, it's why would he ban Overgrowth then? So
yeah,
really just have to wait and see this series develop. Whenever you see a team kill, just weird things happen, things you don't expect.
Very true. Very, very true. Well, right off the bat, we got both these players kind of doing normal things. We're going to see the cancel on the Zealot probably. Yep, there it is. He's going to make his Nexus, and back for the Terran, he just makes a Reaper, makes a Reactor, and a CC. So pretty much the most standard openings for both these players. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Just going to have a pretty straight-up PvT to start for game number 1.
Yep, this matchup is pretty figured out. Almost no variation in this ever. The only one being the quicker gas for an early drop or something like that. There's not more you ever see besides this.
Yeah.
Warding that Reaper away with that Mothership. Reaper tricks him though, pops back in here, wants to find that third pylon. Does, I believe, barely see it. Not much else to see yet. Nothing weird to be spotted.
Yeah.
Super fast +1 going to come out of him though with this engineering bay, and then he's going to be able to get turrets up for possible oracles.
Yeah. Also good for getting the very fast upgrades. Again, something we talk about a lot. The Protosses, they have the Chrono Boost ability, so they can get out that forge pretty quickly and get those upgrades very fast, faster than the Terran can. So Terrans, sometimes they like to get that very fast engineering bay, kind of what Flash was doing for a while.
Yeah.
And just be ahead or nearly, similar there in the upgrade battle.
Hey, he's got this. He starts this before the 5-minute mark. It was started at like 450, like the +1, not the eBay. Like the +1 started at like 450. That's pretty nuts. This is a really fast upgrade. I mean, we see sometimes upgrades pretty quick, but this is like insanely quick. And now he's going to get that tech lab. No scout on the Twilight Council, meanwhile.
Yeah, look at this. Very fast blink here. I mean, sometimes you see Protosses do it against Terrans just to control the mid-game. It's really good against drops. It doesn't allow bbyong to do that very strong mid-game drop play that he loves to do. But sometimes you see Protosses use it very aggressively. I think for herO, he's just going to use it defensively here. Just try to defend.
Well, I think he's just going to poke with it, try to fake him out, that Blink Feign build.
Yeah.
He might want to be more aggressive with it if he knew that Stim was this late because of the +1. Because Stim obviously is quite useful defending this. The +1 is not going to be bad against, if somebody wants to get to a Blink attack rather than using it to expand. But it's definitely something if he knew, he might try to utilize a little bit more. But as it is, bbyong's just going to get away with that fast +1, and as soon as he realizes there's no attack, he's going to want to pressure with his probably first 2 medevacs. He could move out earlier than that because he's not certain about what the tech is, he's keeping his Marines there just in case of oracles. And what do we have here? Oops, he wants to put that on the gas on those rocks.
He's like, I really want to get these rocks down for a super quick third base over there.
Oh, there's the scan. See how he reacts, actually.
Wow, that scan actually hits everything.
Yeah. So he just starts 1 bunker just in case. Yeah. And a turret.
If I were bbyong, though, I'd be pretty happy with this. I mean...
Yeah. Okay, you're playing safe. And I took a risk with my +1. Now I'm going to have 1/1 upgrades. Really fast, much faster than you, most likely. Unless, he's like, wow, you really did that, and you got 2 forges or something. That's crazy.
He hit 2 forges on one side of the map because this is KSS, and sometimes people like to do that.
It's like, he's got Chrono Boost on a Twilight Council and a Robo that's operating, and he's got a few units, I could see that. And also he's got 2 forges. Yeah, that just doesn't. He just can't. Okay, this is the first weird thing. Team kill match. He's taking the weird third base, taking the 9 o'clock base. Yeah. Seen a little bit more of this more often recently, but it's still pretty weird. We don't see this. It's not standard. And there's a lot of Marines on the main base here with +1 and soon to have Stim, so I don't think a blink into the base would be advisable. He's probably going to turn that Observer around as soon as he sees those Marines that are there.
Yeah. It's a cool idea, though. He doesn't have that many stalkers, but just a nice harassing force like you were saying. You can do this with a blink. Even if you do get it defensively, you can just put on a little bit of pressure, try to snipe some buildings possibly. Some, SCVs in the main. Stuff like this.
Well, there's the salvage on the bunker as he realizes for sure nothing's happening. He's missed that window. Should he have wanted to attack. Great observer placement there. Sees the entire army moving out. You can also see the upgrade is done for +1. And won't be able to see the +2 just yet. I think he left some Marines in the main. Pretty sure. And a Widowmine, actually, in fact.
But he's got a nice position over here. He wants to snipe that reactor possibly, but now he's going for the SCVs. Actually killing a decent number of them. It's a pretty nice blink micro here as well.
There's not enough. He left Marines in the main and a Widowmine, but not enough. Like, that's enough to easily deal with an Oracle, but when it comes to a large group of Blink Stalkers, it's a totally different story. Okay, gonna scan here. And he's like, oh, no third base. Okay, I don't need to attack directly right now. I'm actually in a pretty good spot. I go into the main. And let's see if he gets that Nexus cannon down. Looks like he will. Combat shield's still not done yet, so these Marines can't tank a whole lot.
Yep, gets out of there right away. Has those Stalkers with Blink again, just very good at defending it. He's actually going to try to place his Stalkers over here, possibly snipes to the Medivacs as they run.
Needs to Blink again. I'm not sure if he's got it. There he goes. Big stem there, and he got the Medivac.
Wow.
Nice. And, okay. Needs to be careful here, though. Okay, he's actually just going to try to bait these units. Not the best. Didn't end up working out for him, but he forced another stem. Every stem counts right now. Combat shields are done now, but before combat shields especially, that makes a huge difference in your army strength. And with only one Medivac over here, he's not going to be able to heal those units up. It's going to take way too long.
Yeah. Scouting Marine over here, just on attack move, looking around.
Oh, wow, and he still doesn't see the third base.
Yeah.
He has to assume that it's there, right? I mean, this is going to become a big issue. Now that the watchtower is being taken by that Marine after he killed the probe, he can actually send like a Stalker over there to deny a scout again. I think he's got 2 groups of units on both sides of the map. He's shutting down drops so hard right now. I dare you.
Yeah.
Notice he brings the Observer to the line of sight blocker, you know, just because he wants to make sure there's not a huge army in there that he's not aware of.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Tons of gates coming out here as he power-ups on that third base. And look at this, another scout here with his Marine. He's like, you still don't have a third base? That can't be true.
He might scan actually in a second here, to be honest.
Look at the third CC here of bbyong. It is so far behind herO's. herO's has had that Nexus for at least, 3 or 4 minutes now.
There's that scan.
Yeah.
Because he just needs to know. And at this point, like, he's feeling like, oh God, he clicks on those Marrows. He's like, oh, those Marrows are down at like 1175, like 1220. You've mined so many. You've gotten like 1,200 to 1,400 minerals at least off of that base. Gases are late, but so what, man? That's too much money. I need to do something fast. He's going to go ahead and set up some more drops here. He's got a drop heading to the north, and it looks like a big drop coming through here.
Huge number. He's running right into the Blink Stalkers.
No! He blinks on him. 1, 2, and maybe even a third. 2 more shots would have done it. And now he's got so many Stalkers here. He just doesn't care.
Oh,
he's
God.
going to continue the attack.
These Widowmines doing absolutely nothing. He does have this drop, but with the Nexus cannon, it's not going to do anything. herO has a gigantic army on the front doorstep of bbyong, and bbyong, he's even being squished in here like a sandwich. He's got the Blink Stalkers, he's kiting from both sides here. Snipes a Medivac and blinks away. herO's looking to take this game in pretty outstanding fashion.
Yeah. I'm surprised he doesn't swing back around to defend his third base. bbyong is if he doesn't come back home, he's going to die, I guess, but I guess that's why. He's just like, no, you're dead, man. Sorry. You can have my third base. We can trade. We can do that if you want.
Yeah. There are just way too many Protoss units here right now.
Those Widowmines got like the best shots they could ever hope for, but it still doesn't even matter.
bbyong's like, I'm going to fly away my orbital command. I'm going to make a base in the middle now.
27, 29, 30. Force fields to ramp. He could dance his Colossi.
There's not a single Viking. GG.
There's never been like a bigger stop in this turn than what we just watched right there.
Not even the bbyong game against Hack, where he just like dropped on his front doorstep. That wasn't even as big a stomp as that one.
Well, I heard the noise. It was this loud crash of bbyong's jaw hitting the floor when he hit that scan.
Yeah, that's something you can do on that map. It was herO's map pick. He definitely looked a bit more comfortable on that map. We are going to Deadwing here for map number 2. It is a much bigger map here, but I feel like herO, as long as